So, good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates. We are the group 2, and we are going to present a report, Operation and Procedures of Activating ICDIS Display Information, Safety Depth, and Overlays. The following members are Christian Igos, Robert Laurel, Kurt Lucas, Kurt Inayon, Jesper Eras, Adrian Johnson, and Stephen Lopez. So, before I start, I am Decadet Laurel. ICDIS has become the essential tool for watchkeeping officers on ships. Navigating a ship with an ICDIS is fundamentally different from navigating with paper charts. It is important that the masters, navigating officers, and ship owners are aware of the benefits of managing the chart display, safety settings, and alarm system of ICDIS. ICDIS equipped vessels have been involved in a number of groundings which may have been avoided had it not been for failures in the setup and use of ICDIS, safety settings, and alarm systems. Inappropriate settings are likely to render the safety contour alarms meaningless. The use of ICDIS safety settings has often been overlooked by navigating officers due to either ignorance or insufficient knowledge. Deck officers may be unfamiliar with the setup and use of ICDIS alarms, thereby increasing the risk of grounding in a shallow waters and causing other unwanted situations. So, ICDIS should be operated by the qualified officer or navigator to avoid risk of a grounding. The main importance of the ICDIS is to improve the safety of navigation on board.
Good day, sir. Good day, classmate. I'm that cadet Edran Johnson. To continue the report, appropriate safety settings are of paramount importance for this display. These settings control how the ICDs present deep information, make it making it easier to visualize from those which are not. This article will help to understand the best practice for handling safety settings on ECDIS, which include the safety contour, safety depth, shallow contour, and depth water contour. The model of ECDIS used for illustration for Ono. These values can be entered in Forono ECDIS by following the steps mentioned below. Go to the main menu and select Chart Display. Select the main tab to display it.
So the definition of this book is like safety contour. The safety contour is the most important parameter of all the safety settings for the display of unsafe water areas, detecting isolated dangers, and triggering anti-ground alarms. The safety contour is basically an outline which marks the division between safe and unsafe water. So the color blue is used to indicate the unsafe area, while white or gray for safe area. The default of safety contour is not specified by the mariner is set to 30 meters. The blue color is a traditional paper chart does not provide a vivid picture of the shallow water. So the deep mentioned in the blue part of a paper chart might be shallower for a deep draft vessel. while safe for a vessel with a smaller draft. Unlike paper chart, ICDs allow the officer to set safety parameters. And according to the ship statics or a dynamic particulars, the safety contour can be calculated as follows. Safety contour equals shape drop plus squat plus UKC minus height of tide. So let us check an example. Shape drop equals 10 meters.
Let us consider that as per company policy, UKC requirement is 10%. So please note that UKC calculation takes into account various factors such as sea conditions, density, or increase in the draft due to rolling. So it should be calculated as per company UKC calculation sheet. So UKC is equal to 1.0 meters. Consider squat at m. Consider squat at max speed minus m. Height of tide is 1 m. 50 contour value would therefore be equal to 11 m. Contours are present in the values of 5, 10, 15, 20, and 30, and so on. If the value set by the mariner is not available among the available deep depth contours, this selects the next deepest available contours in the ENC AX speed equals to 1m. If within a specified time set by the user, the ship is about to cross the safety contour, an alarm will sound based on the value of safety contour. So, mo alarm siya is mo-cross siya sa kanang kuan. Like this displays the isolated danger symbol for underwater features and obstructions which may pose danger to navigation. So si XDIS mo display na siya kanang mga symbols nga pwede tan-awon sa usa ka navigator para sa kanang mga isolated danger symbols for underwater features. The isolated danger symbols is displayed if any underwater features like wrecks, rocks, or other obstructions has a depth less than the safety contours in waters beyond the safety contours. Next.
So to continue, so by the way, I am the cadet Kurt Isaiah Bilucas, and I'm going to report about the depth setting. So the sole purpose of the safe depth is to portray spot soundings either in gray for deeper depths or black for shallower depths compared to the safety depth value entered by navigating officer, thereby highlighting the potential safe and unsafe areas. The safety depth value has no effect on alarms or any other aspect of ECDIS. So safety depth is normally the ship's draft plus squat. Now, the question is, why do we need to mention safety depth when safety contour can demarcate between safe and unsafe waters? It is also logically to select safety depth equal to safety contour. Some soundings on the shoulder side of the safety contour will be gray because they are deeper than the safety depth set by the mariner. Although shoulder than the safety contour selected by ECDIS, the depth below safety contour may not always be non-navigable. Suppose, for example, if safety depth and safety contour are set to 11 meters, the ECDIS will emphasize the depth contour equal or deeper than the selected contour, which say is 20 meters, whichever is available in the ENC. Next slide, please. So thus, we can see that water area with depths between 11 meters to 20 meters are navigable but are below the safety contour. This provides the mariner with additional information about where the ship could most safely pass if crossing the safety contour is required. An alarm will stay sound. This could provide additional maneuvering room in narrow passages where safe depth exists. So, to be continued, it will report by the cadet Adrian Johnson.
To continue the report, in the in the picture above, safety depth value is 14 meter. You can see that depth equal to and below safety depth value are highlighted in a bold zone of confident cut zone. In calculating the safety depth, it is also important to consider the cut zone features or zone of confidence. We should be aware that much of the survey data displays on ENC de- derives from the data that is many years old and hence that cannot be relied upon completely for its au- authenticity. So it's used to determine the accuracy of the underlying hydrographic data. This is available in six categories. It enables the mariner to make sensible decision on degree of reliance to place on the chart when planning a passenger or conducting navigation. Next, please.
So let us continue the report. Let us consider an example. Shift drop is equals to 7.7 meters. The squat is 1 meters. Effective draft is 8.7 meters. Required company UKC is 10% of the deepest draft, which is 0.87 approximately 0.9 m. Thus, we can see the total safety depth requires complying with company UKC policy is 9.6 meters. Safety depth value can be set as 10 meters. However, we haven't yet considered the depth accuracy as per ZOC. Let us consider that cut ZOC in this area is category B, which implies there can be an error of 1 meters plus 2% of depth minus 1.2 meters. Therefore, if cut ZOC error is allowed, the maximum depth requires would be 10 meters plus 1.2 meters minus 11.2 meters. A safety depth cannot be entered in decimal in ECDIS. We can enter 10 meter as safety depth. During passage planning, it is essential that cut ZOC is displayed and note for all stages of the voyage. So,
The shallow contour. The shallow contour highlights the gradient of the seabed. It is considered to be the grounding depth. This is the depth below which the ship will definitely go aground. This value can be set equal to the ship's draft. Therefore, if ship's draft is 7.7 meters, shallow contour value could be set as 8 meters. The ECDIS will then display the next depth contour available in the ENC. All of these areas between the 0 meters depth and the shallow contour is therefore not navigable at all and appears hatched. As I have already mentioned earlier that the division between safe and unsafe water is highlighted by chart coloring, with blue color for indicating unsafe areas, while white or gray for the safe areas. The unsafe area is further defined with the selection of shallow contour, showing dark blue in the shallow water and light blue between the shallow water and the safety contour. When four shade display is selected, two shade and four shade display is further explained below. Next slide, please. The pictures below show a comparison between two shade and four shade depth in daytime and in nighttime. So these examples are for the daytime. Next slide. Then this one is what you see during nighttime. Next slide. Watch vector or anti-grounding function. The look ahead or watch vector actually compares the safety settings that have been entered by the navigating officer with the depth information contained in the ENC and generates an indication or warning where the safety settings will be contravened. It provides advance warning of dangers or cautions, primarily intended to prevent grounding. It acts as a final layer of safety should a navigational danger be missed by the visual check or route scan. The scanned area is sometimes displayed as a cone or column on the screen and should be set to distance appropriate to the amount of navigable water ahead of the vessel. This value should be determined for each stage of the voyage and noted in the passage plan. Many officers fail to realize the significance of the safety contour and do not make proper use of the lookout ahead vector. This is how you can activate the own ship check-in with the use of Furuno ECDIS. Next. First one is go to chart menu and select initial settings. Next. Second is open menu, displayed at the left and choose chart alert parameters. Next. Click the check area tab, set ahead time and ahead distance. The run field allows the officer to set fixed areas. Note that the chart alert always uses the largest scale chart available, which may not be visualized chart.
Note that the chart alert feature should be highlighted so as to trigger the audible alarm whenever safety contour is breached. It is required to amend the alarm parameters from their previous settings when beginning a new voyage. The alarm parameters need adjustments throughout the voyage to ensure they are optimized for the prevailing circumstances and conditions. ICDIS is a valuable asset in assisting navigators and providing them with more detailed situational awareness. However, until used accurately and properly, ICDIS may contribute to accidents rather than preventing them. Increased training and practical use will help to develop and create a better ICDIS mindset. Trainee officers should be encouraged to understand the benefits that ICDIS provide and make the optimum use of same. During route planning, a chart alert calculation should be done to detect any dangerous situation, and the same should be modified as necessary. A better understanding of ICDIS safety settings and their proper use can act as a potential barrier to the grounding of ships and any untoward situation. And that's all. Thank you.